Welcome back. This is Hampooch, and this is Chapter 5, the Icarus Labs. Oh man, I love that opening. Just something about the music cue right there as the ship zooms in. That is just awesome. So this is the Icarus Labs. We're going to meet Dr. Icarus. This level, it's not too bad. The one major downfall is that it is very short, unfortunately. So I thought I'd do something a little different and talk about some of the Judge Dredd. Ooh. That creak scared me the first time I played this level. I thought the platform was actually going to fall. So I thought I'd do something a little different and talk about the canon a little of the Judge Dredd universe and some of the crossovers and such.
Dr. Icarus has ordered the facility closed to all visitors.
Halt, lawbreaker!
Silly robot. I believe this is the first time we've seen these guys since the tutorial mission.
You're taking a 3-month vacation.
Might be
to the
wrong, but
cubes.
it's not important. These robots, no one gives a shit about them. But I give a shit about this cat, because that is adorable. Look at that little thing. Cute. Anyways, one of the really neat things, I think is really neat, about the 2000 AD universe.
Security breach code 5. Unauthorized access to laboratories detected.
This elevator takes forever. So one of the neat things about the 2000 AD universe, and Judge Dredd in specific, is that, well, one, Judge Dredd has a ton of crossovers, and they're all considered canonical. And they're all actually rather important, or at least some of them are. Like, they actually have important ramifications for the rest of the storyline for Judge Dredd, rather than just one-shot comics that don't mean a fucking thing. Like, Dredd has fought xenomorphs, which are aliens. He's fought a predator, at least one, I think.
The Justice Department has entered this facility. Workers in labs 1, 2, and 3 should begin deleting all files pertaining to the Pet Regen Project immediately.
The plot thickens.
Yes, it does, Dredd. Yes, it does. So as I was saying, Judge Dredd has fought xenomorphs. He's fought, I believe, at least one predator who came to Mega City 1 and hunted judges for prey. He's met up with Lobo, the intergalactic bounty hunter. I don't know what the hell Lobo really is, honestly. He's met up with Bruce Wayne / Batman, and Batman kicked his ass. And that was some crazy physics. And then they teamed up and went to Gotham City too, and like fought against the Dark Judges, or the Joker became a Dark Judge. I don't know the whole story. I'm not an expert on the whole Judge Dredd universe, as a lot of you in the thread have been pointing out, which I am totally fine with. I love being corrected by you guys, because you guys know so much more about the universe than I do, and it is really fascinating for me to actually learn about it. My extent of the knowledge of the Dredd world is basically all that I've been reading since I started this LP, so I'm not a huge database of knowledge with it. But I love to hear about you guys and all of the stuff that you know, because it is fascinating to me. Anyways.
Your attention, please. One or two of my most recent experiments may have escaped from their containment chambers. Please be on your guard.
Icarus is a madman.
You don't say. So one of the other things that I find pretty interesting about the 2080 comics is that, unlike Marvel, they don't have a million different alternate realities and alternate universes.
Lawbreaker.
Because I think there's like, well, I think there's literally infinite Earths in the whole Marvel universe. So, you know, they'll have like Marvel
We're gonna throw away
zombies and all that sort of weird shit. And that doesn't happen in the Dredd universe. It's all pretty much one set timeline, and there aren't really any parallel worlds. I mean, I think there are some. Like, apparently the Dark Judges came from a world where life is crime, that kind of stuff. But, you know, there aren't a million alternate realities. It's just one set timeline, which I find is awesome.
Don't move, creep.
And that timeline has a lot of really weird things in it. Like the 2000 AD universe, it's all interconnected. Judge Dredd is just a part of that universe. And it is a weird universe. One of their opening comics, 2000 AD, in 1977, was also called Flesh. And the Flesh comics were about future cowboys that go back in time to prehistoric times and harvest, well, farm dinosaurs for their meat.
Drop it now. You're gonna spend the rest of
And
your
that sounds
natural life
fucking
in the
awesome.
cubes.
Honestly, future cowboys harvesting
Taking the big
dinosaurs for meat. That's pretty badass.
Mainframe offline. Security systems disabled.
And anyways, one of the main characters from the Flesh world sounds terrible. Fucking like Videodrome Flesh world. Anyways, one of the main characters was a female Tyrannosaurus Rex, apparently named Old One Eye, and she killed her son. She was the leader of a T-Rex pack, and she killed her son, Satanus. I don't know how they got names. I'm sure someone will tell me. But she kills her son, Satanus.
Please try not to panic. These creatures are completely harmless if you show them who's boss.
This room, also, I'm getting back to the game for a second. This room has infinitely spawning vampires,
In prison.
so I kind of just rushed through it a bit because it sort of sucks. They just keep spawning from the top. Anyways, back to Flesh. I'll be interrupted in cutscene again in a minute here, but I will try and talk a little bit more now. So, Old One Eye kills her son Satanus in the year 65 million BC. Q sometime later in the Dredd universe. Nope. Cutscene here. I will continue this in a second.
The famous Judge Dredd. What brings you here?
Icarus, I'm shutting this facility down.
It doesn't matter. The serum is perfected. I have discovered the key to immortality. No one can stop me now.
Warning. Incubation chamber is activated.
Consider yourself stopped.
Bravo, Dredd. Bravo. So getting back to Flesh, as I was talking about it. Old One Eye kills her son Satanus, a T-Rex as well, 65 million years ago. And this may sound familiar, but they find Satanus' DNA in the future, preserve it somehow, and they make a clone of it. Now, remember, this is 1977 when 2000 AD is launched, and this is when the Flesh series started. It started with 2000 AD. So this is 1977. So they find the...
Rats are gonna blow. Get out of there.
Shut up, I'm working on it. So they find Satanus' DNA, and it's preserved, and they...
Where is Icarus's body gone?
Where is his body on? And they start making clones of it. And they mix in, I guess, alligator DNA, or whatever. And basically, in the 2040s, in the Judge Dredd universe, they, the first Tyrannosaurus Rex is born out of an alligator egg. So it may sound a little familiar, and then, well, they decide to create...
That elevator's not going anywhere, Dredd. Find another way out.
the Dinosaur National
Places
Park.
crumbling around me.
which opens in Colorado in 2065. And apparently Satanus kills a whole bunch of people on the opening day, or something. And the atomic wars set a bunch of the dinosaurs loose.
So it begins.
But I just found this really fascinating because this is 1977. Michael Crichton didn't write Jurassic Park until 1990. And this is basically the plot of Jurassic Park. Find a dinosaur, or dinosaur DNA, dino DNA, stick in another lizard or reptile or something to fill in the blank genes, and you got a clone. I just found that was really fascinating. So anyways, back to the game. I guess I should talk about the game. We're almost done with the level. Trying to get some sweet trick shots with the ricochet gun. Just not happening. And I'm almost out of ammo for the lawgiver. And there are no other lawgivers on the level, so forced to use the machine gun. So we met Dr. Icarus. I know I haven't been talking about the game at all this level, but it's a rather short level. It's very self-explanatory. We met Dr. Icarus because we knew he was up to some shit.
I'll give these death cultists exactly what they want.
And it appears that the death cultists have something to do with it.
Run away!
We know he's responsible for the vampires now, obviously.
You're gonna spend the next year.
I'm assuming he's responsible for the zombies. We're not too sure on that yet, as we haven't seen any zombies here. But the death judges are still free. I guess this is just something completely unrelated to them. And presumably Dr. Icarus is now immortal or something, because we shot him, and now his body's gone. I have no idea. But this level is almost over. It's, again, I said, not too bad. It's pretty fun, but it's very short. Well, I don't know what's going on in this room, but I have a sneaking suspicion that these guys were watching Max Headroom.
You're going down. 10 years. 6 months, lawbreaker.
So I guess the bottom line of this episode is get into the whole 2000 AD universe, because it is really interesting as far as comic books go. It's not just all superheroes and flying men and capes and shit like that. It's really cool, and it's very fleshed out. I like it a lot. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time.